Welcome back, and we will start immediately the roundtable, which was really organized to give you the chance to have, I would say, direct interactions with successful applicants to the first call projects and also with coordinator of first call projects. And what we will do is we will ask each of them to introduce themselves, to tell about their institution and to summarize their experience to IMI in order to help you to understand what is needed to be successful. So ladies first, so we will perhaps first ask Anne-Fabienne Weitsch from the Endocells company, which is a French SME, to tell us about her company first and then her experience with IMI. You have a microphone?
I would like to first thank the organizer to give me the opportunity to share the experience that we had as an SME to participate in the large consortium IMIDIA. Endocells is a young French biotech company dedicated to the development of human endocrine cell lines. It has an hybrid business model. One is to develop cell lines for discovery and development tool, and it is in this aspect that we are participating in this IMI diabetes program, and the other one is the use of this cell line to treat diabetes type 1. Our experience in participating in this large call has been that Endocells has a long-term collaboration with two major French academic institutions, Inserm and CNRS, and like that, together we could really enter into this large consortium more fruitfully. My experience is during this negotiation, which were long, but which were fruitful, was to know that you can always negotiate. Nothing is closed, and that you have to try to obtain a win-win situation. FPA companies, academics, and SMEs are open really to search for this win-win situation. And today the project is running swiftly. It is well organized thanks to Peter Hecht, who is coordinating that, and we really enjoy being there. Why we decided to participate also, it's because our technology allowed us to prepare a tool that was needed by the big pharma and also by the academic.
Thank you very much. We can then ask Laure Masson from Inserm Transfert to say a few words.
Good morning. I work for Inserm Transfert. It is Inserm's TTO. It's private subsidiary. And I'm legal counsel. So I negotiated in the first call 4 project agreements out of 5 where Inserm was involved in. And in the second call, I'm expected to negotiate 8 project agreements. And so I have the opportunity to retain 2 main lessons, in fact, during those negotiations. The first one is to enter into real negotiation among the partners. There are rooms, as said Ms. Weiss, there are rooms for negotiation even in the frame of the grant agreement, and it is very important to do. And the second lesson is to make a place, to give a role to the SME. In such project, they need to participate, to be integrated by the academia when they make their proposal. So I invite them to use their common networks of SME as they do in other funding projects in other frames. That's
Thank you, Laure. Ferran Sanz.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here today. I am the director of the research program on biomedical informatics, that is a joint research program of Hospital del Mar and Pompeu Fabra University, located in the Barcelona Biomedical Research Park. I was the coordinator of the expression of interest that generated the first call winning proposal eTOX, that deals with the in silico prediction of toxicity of drugs. And on the basis of this, my experience when we prepared this proposal was that, first of all, I did an intimate self-assessment about my real chances to be successful on the basis of my matching with the project topic and my international or my excellence at the international level. This is a thing that I consider that has to be done before starting to work. And I, on the basis of a certain positive self-assessment, I decided to go ahead. Then I started immediately with the contacts with the possible partners for the consortium. This was my first step before starting writing. And when I started looking for the partners, I look for the best, again in terms of scientific excellence and technological excellence, but also in terms of complementarity, just to cover everything and not to have too many duplications of expertise. It is hard to say, and maybe a little exaggerated, but when you do this, you have to forget friendship and to look just for the best members of the team. Then we tried to write a clear and attractive expression of interest. Sometimes I said that these were the 5 pages to which I devote more time in my life to write these 5 pages, because I tried that they were very, very attractive and very well written and even very well presented. And in these 5 pages, I tried to address all the aspects of the topic, not a part of them, but all of them, but at the same time incorporating some innovative ideas that could be the difference with other competing proposals. These are maybe my initial ideas regarding my experience in this project in which I participate.
Thank you very much, Ferran. We will now ask Matthias Gottwald.
Yeah, thank you, Michel. I'm with Schering Pharma, pharmaceutical company, research-driven pharmaceutical company in Germany, Berlin, and I'm responsible for the academic collaborations and IP policy there, R&D policy there, and I coordinate internally our participation in 8 IMI projects, but want to focus today on the ones where I'm personally involved, and that's in education and training, the EMTRAIN project and the PharmaTRAIN project, where I'm the industry co-coordinator and also co-coordinator in one of the work packages. I cannot say very much about your work in the EOI preparation phase, because we are not, as FPR companies, not involved in that. You have to do that on your own. Maybe just from the experiences then later during the project and during the negotiation of the full project proposal. What you should always be aware of when you write it is that 50% of the work later will be done, has to be done, and you should really make use of that by the industry colleagues. So if you read the call topic, you don't have to do everything yourself. Don't consider that. It is a really big partnership program where you can and should make use of everything that the industry colleagues will then offer. And that is then also a next thing that we experience, which is extremely important. Already during the FPP phase, you then have to sit together and you have to exchange experiences, understand what everybody can do and what you want to jointly achieve, what the responsibilities of each participant are and what you can do by when. And what we then, for example, in PharmaTRAIN did after the first trial to do a lot by telephone conference and video conference just to lower logistic efforts, we modified that again to face-to-face meetings very frequently. It is much more efficient, and probably also in the beginning when you try to establish a consortium, meet whenever you can, because you can achieve much more in these hours where you meet to come to real conclusions and progress. Also, what, especially in ENT, we faced was a situation that we had relatively broad and big consortia applying. In PharmaTRAIN, we have 50 participants in the consortium. And it is good to reach a critical size, critical mass. That's a must. But you should also consider if you are able to manage this consortium. And if you establish a consortium with 50 participants, you need really dedicated resources to do the project management to be successful. That is something you should have in mind quite early.
Thank you. Matthias, Peter Hecht.
Yeah, my name is Peter Hecht. I'm, as you already know, working in this IMIDIA project. I'm particularly there for this project alliance management, the general IMIDIA project office. To give you an idea, IMIDIA is focused on diabetes, IMI diabetes, on beta cells, and focused on better in vitro models, in vivo models, biomarker systems biology. 21 participants, 12 academia, 1 pharma, 1 biotech. I think the message I want to really convey is it's the sustainable long-term win-win situation, which I can see within IMIDIA. And that means people from different cultures, from the industry, together with academia, together with SME, are working together, are sharing their results, are sharing their resources in order to deliver. And that has been, for me, fascinating, and I'm very impressed what has been achieved in this particular project, which was started 1st of February this year. But this, I think this sustainable win-win must be the key driver how this project needs to be approached. What we also observe is that this is only the beginning. So in other words, we already see within these projects that certain partners are already discussing other activities outside of the project. So it really serves as springboard for this different type of collaborations. There shouldn't be any walls in terms of, not sharing, and that's something I can assure you we do not see. Industry, as well as our academic partners, is very willing and has to share the results. We have there, if you will, a data and knowledge management package where all the results have to be made available to all the partners within that consortium. So the bottom line is I can only encourage you to look into that, to make sure that, as was said before, that you can align yourself with the call itself, and that you're clear how you want to perform, how this call should be driven according to your own experience, and be also clear, and I think that has been very, very important, be clear what your constraints are. Make it very clear to the others what your constraints are in terms of, we talked about certain IP constraints, but also what your constraints are in certain financials and other aspects. Because my feeling is that we, with the support of the IMI office, always found a solution once we knew the problem. Identifying the problem is, if you will, or has been the challenge, and I agree with you totally. A phone call saves you 10,000 emails, and a meeting saves you 100 phone calls. Mm-hmm. So that's something you should keep in mind. That's our advice, at least my advice, moving forward.
Thank you very much. Now you have time for your question. Any question that you might have regarding the project is welcome, and the application and all these things. Perhaps while you are thinking and just take this opportunity to have successful applicants to indeed try to get the relevant information.